Kaya sinabi ko sa Quadcom Committee, Your Honor,
Meron kang sinabi, Col.espenido, na pwede. Pwede. Ano mo ibig mo sabihin doon sa pwede? Pwede mamatay kung ano?
kung lumaban.
Oh, yun.
Example.
Laruin mo. Laruin.
Pero hindi, may nasabi kasi si General Sinas na yun ang, sabi mo, yung interpretation na yun ang pinaabot mo sa baba. So, you mean to say, nag-issue ka ba ng mga circulars when you were Chief PNP? Na you interpreted neutralization?
No po, sir.
How did you do
We
it?
do with our conferences, with our...
Sa verbal?
Yes, sir, verbal po, sir.
Sige, General Danao, please. Same question daw ni Senator Bato.
Yes, sir. Honorable Chairman and other members of the Senate. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Sir, I was assigned as the officer in charge of the Philippine National Police from May 2022 up to August. So it's only 3 months, and that was the time of election. And from 2016 to 2018, I was just a mere directorate or staff of the Directorates of Intelligence and the CIDG. But as far as the neutralization word is concerned, as being discussed before during the height of the drug war, for me, sir, I would take it as neutralization is a form of police operation. First, sir, is the voluntary surrender of the suspects of illegal drugs. That is one. And it could also be through the legal arrest of the suspects through bypass operation, through conduct of search warrants, and the other forms. It could also be through checkpoints. Kasi minsan, sir, may mga checkpoints dyan na makikita in possession, sir, yung illegal drugs ng mga suspects. And it could also be, the word neutralization could also be the meaning, the killing of the suspect. So yun, sir. So pero yung sinasabi, sir, na interpretation how we conduct operations sa baba, sir, nasasabihin na killing, parang medyo wala naman pong ganon. But it is only how to the people on the ground on how they interpret it as such.
Thank you. Okay, ganito.
Mr. Chair, may I respond?
Sige, just if possible, briefly lang, Attorney Jokno, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Unang-una po, I think the comments that were made missed the point entirely. Kasi ang tanong talaga dito ay, bakit pa nilagay yon sa isang command circular? At may point out ko rin po, naalala ko rin na Senator De La Rosa na mismong kayo po nung 2016 ay
Talk to me,
ginamit nyo din po ang salita
talk to me,
neutralize.
Attorney Jokno.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. But may I point out that Senator De La Rosa in 2016 also used the term neutralize to refer to a bounty being raised to have him killed by supposed generals who were allied with the drug, those people involved in drugs.
What's your source?
This
Please,
is from
para ma-check din namin.
Amita Legaspi, GMA News, published September 28, 2016, dito po sa GMA News Online.
Mr. Chair, siguro mamaya kung ma-share sa atin yan para makareact ako properly.
Okay, please share with
Wala
Senator
akong
Bato.
wala akong context. Mr.
Kaya ako
Chair.
tinanong para yung staff ma-check agad ng staff.
Just a few more points if I may, Mr. Chair. General Gamboa mentioned the use of the order of battle, pero matagal na po yan na-ban. Bawal na po gumamit ng order of battle sa ilalim ng Anti-Torture Act. So kung sabi niya ay yun ang ginagamit nila sa counterinsurgency, yun din ang basis nila sa drug list, wala na po yun Pinagbabawal na po yun na matagal na ng ating batas. And finally, the point that confidential daw yung circular na ito at dapat daw hindi kami nakakuha ng kopya. Kami mismo ay nag-request sa PNP para sa kaso sa Supreme Court at binigyan po kami ng certified true copy na sinubmit po namin sa Supreme Court. Yan na po, Your Honor.
May call attention ko. You want to Senator Risa? Yeah.
Salamat kayo, Mr. Chair. A follow-up question, Attorney Jokno. Attorney Chair, apart from semantics, may basis po ba sa karanasan na yung naging interpretasyon ng iba sa neutralize o negate ay pumatay.
Ayun nga po, yung naipakita kong mga slides kanina na mismong galing sa Police Santa Ana, Police Tondo, mismo kay Colonel Col.espenido, sa PIDEA Chief. Lahat po sila ginagamit nila yung salitang neutralize. Ang ibig sabihin ay kasama na doon yung pagpapatay.
Salamat.
Mag-ready ka muna, Col.espenido, tatanungin kita. Pero ito lang, para lang just educate this representation or the Committee General Gamboa. General Gamboa, ba't mo nasabi in the first place na top secret or secret ito na wag i-circulate itong command memorandum circular? Bakit? Why?
Sir, Mr. Chair, as I have said, the sanction goes to the government employee, not to the recipient.
No,
So-
but why? Why? Bakit limited
Because-
circulation ito? It was really designed for limited circulation.
No, sir. Meaning to say, the circulation is controlled. There are different classifications of the documents in the police. Like there's secret, there's top
What
secret.
anong marka nito? There's no marking.
It's supposed to be confidential, sir. It's supposed to be a cover page. And down below should be stated confidential. But probably because the PNP already officially released it, that's why they removed it.
So there's something wrong kung may separate page doon ang confidential and yet sa document itself walang tatak na confidential. So if ever nakikinig ang PNP sa atin, if that is what you want to happen, tatakan nyo ng confidential yung dokumento mismo, wala na rito eh. There's no more trace that is confidential. Anyway, okay na po yun, just for my information. Colonel, ikaw ito sasabihin ko nga sa kanila, hindi ka naging PNP chief, pero talagang sa ground ka. You conduct police operations, etc. And I think you have an admission under oath that you interpreted the word neutralization as not naman siguro meaning to kill, but as including the possibility of killing. Sige, just explain to us ano yung ibig niyo sabihin.
Good afternoon to, Mr. Chair, sa lahat, good afternoon. Sa akin naman, as an operatives, matagal sa non-commissioned officer, ang sa amin, Your Honor, ang pag-intindi, pag may neutralization, may report pagkatapos ng trabaho sa status. So, neutralize, then the remarks is nahuli or namatay. Not totally, sa interpretation namin, na nakalagay diyan neutralization, patayin, magtrabaho lang to stop anything as long as illegal. So sa remarks, so nakalagay na doon ang specification, nahuli, nandoon, final sa court ang complaint, at saka namatay, Your Honor. Kami ang mag-implementer kasi sila yung mga officer, kaharap ko ngayon, sila ang taga-gawa ng circular. Pero the truth is, ako number one ang nag-implement. Paano i-implement ang neutralization? Hindi nakapokus sa neutralization, kundi nakapokus kung sino ang target na illegal na hulihin ba or mamatay kasi yun na may firefighting na ang nangyari. But not totally na nakalagay sa isip namin as non-commissioned officer na nasa field, nasa crowd na yun patayin kasi neutralization, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Kasi kami ang magharap sa korte kung sakali sundin. Maski hindi na laban, patayin lang kasi neutralization, no. Kaya sinabi ko sa Quadcom Committee, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, na pwede, sa lahat pwede, possibility, as long as real trabaho, kung ano talaga yun ang harapin mo, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Sige, Senator Bato, Delima, so we will clarify the situation.
meron kang sinabi, Col.espenido, na pwede. Ano mo ibig mo sabihin doon sa pwede? Na pwedeng mamatay?
Lahat may possibility, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, kasi sa situation na nandyan, daming experience ko for my 28 years.
Yeah, pwede mamatay kung ano?
Kung lumaban,
Yun.
example,
Laruin mo kasi you're living space of doubt na pwede pala.
pwede sa lahat.
Pwede kung
Yes, kung lumaban. Yun ang sinabi ko,
pala
Mr. Chair.
Sige, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Colonel, ganito, okay. Kunyari, hindi neutralization yung word na ginamit. Arrest, o ano. Pag lumaban,
Ganun pa rin.
ganun pa rin, hindi.
Mr. Chair, ganun pa rin.
So, okay, Senator Risa, yun.
Salamat kay Mr. Chair. Related dun sa isang puntong binanggit ni Police Lieutenant Colonel Espenido, balik lang kay Attorney Jokno, may pattern naman po bang nakita yung flag related sa mga kaso di umano ng nanlaban? I mean, kapanipaniwala ba na lahat self-defense on the part of the law enforcer yung pagpatay sa mga ito na sinabing nanlaban?
Dalawa po yung nakita namin. Unang-una, sa Santa Ana police reports na naibigay sa amin, meron silang tinatawag sa PNP na information report. Ito yung report na doon nila nilalagay yung mga information about the suspect galing sa mga informant nila. At this is used pre-operation. Sa mga information reports na nakita namin, nandun na yung salitang immediate apprehension and neutralization of that particular suspect. Second, yung pangalan nila ay sa maraming kaso ay nasa listahan din ng drug watch list for that particular area. And then later on, pagka nag-operate na ang police doon, meron silang report na naglaban kaya napatay. Nung curious kami po noon, kinompare namin pati yung language, yung mismong wording ng iba't ibang mga police report tungkol sa nanlaban. At yung isang very striking sa amin ay halos identical yung ginamit na salita. Kumbaga parang cut and paste yung mga ginamit na salita. I can provide the committee with copies of these police reports.
Please do, Attorney Chel. Salamat
Yes,
kayo,
Your
Mr.
Kung pwede, more than just providing us with a copy, Attorney Jokno, if you can, parang give us a parang memorandum of position paper na inorganize mo na yung observations mo.
Yes,
Doon,
Mr. Chair.
Para you direct our attention to what you have noticed.
Yes, sir.
Ito, Col.espenido.
Mr. Chair, just to respond to the pattern of Senator Risa.
Sige, Father, go.
Once again, going back to our documents, listening to the narratives of the families, wala po. From the 312 that we have, no one fought back. Ulitin ko po, wala po ng laban sa kanila. Salamat po.
Salamat, Father Flavie.
Yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, if I may, habang on deck si Father Flavie, and mamaya itatanong ko rin kay Attorney Chel. Father, tama po ba na sedition cases were filed against you? Kasi kaugnay po ito ng banta na hinaharap, hindi lang ng people on the ground, pero yung mga gustong magdepensa sa mga EJK families.
Yes po, Mr. Chair, Senator Risa.
Salamat, Father. For the record, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if I may ask a similar question kay Attorney Jokno, kay Attorney Chel. Salamat kayo, Mr. Chair. Attorney Chel, could you describe briefly how was it to be an opponent of the war on drugs during its peak? Anong klaseng mga hamon ang hinaharap ng mga human rights advocates? Kasama na po yung galing sa legal community.
Ako po ay naging, sabihin na lang natin, biktima ng isang late night speech ng dating Pangulo. Napaulit-ulit niya akong personal na nilalait at I found it very offensive because it had nothing to do with the work I was doing. But of course, Pangulo po siya, gusto niya magsalita ng ganun, hindi ko siya mapipigilan. Aside from that, there were definitely dangers involved in assisting victims of the EJKs. Wala naman po mga direct threats, pero minsan ay napapansin namin na mayroong mga lumilipot-lipot at lalong-lalo na pag kinakausap namin ang mga testigo at biktima ng EJK survivors ay very security conscious kami dahil alam namin yung dangers nun. Naalala ko rin, Senator Risa, yung sa kaso nila Kian, na yung mga witnesses po ay nandun sa kay Bishop Ambo at may pagtatangka na kunin sila ng pulis. Mabuti na lang may mga media na andon at nung naibalita na may ganun nga ay hindi na tinuloy.
Salamat, Attorney Jokno. Salamat kay Mr. Chair. And I believe, speaking of dangers, We also have here today as resource persons former Senator Laila Delima and former Mayor Jed Mabilog. Perhaps at the proper time,
Okay.
Mr. Chair, we could also hear them. Salamat kaayo, Mr. Chair.
I'll give them time na, Mayor Mabilog and Laila, if they want to give some opening statement. But after this question of mine to Col.espenido. Colonel, isa pa, one question. Sa ilang years ka sa police?
28, Your Honor. Mr.
Grabe yung mga operations mo, high profile, di ba?
Yes.
Paruhinog, ikaw?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung early morning raid sa bahay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ilang patay doon?
Ang patay?
Yeah,
Simultaneous yun sa area, sa 6 search warrant, 16,
16.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay, basta operative yan, general, mga operative. Okay. Sa entire 28 career mo, 28 years career mo sa police, ikaw ba'y nakatanggap ng instruction, whether in writing or sa pananalita, na ginamit ang word na neutralization bilang code na patayin mo?
Sa pagtanda ko, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, wala akong specific na sabihan na neutralize. Huli ay yung arrest, marami.
Okay. So, ikaw ba'y nasabihan na arrest pero code word yun na patayin mo?
Hindi,
Hindi.
Mr. Chair.
Ikaw ba'y nagamitan ng ibang word na code word sa napatayin mo?
Wala. May isa, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, yung trabahoin.
Okay.
Trabaho yung ganon. Pero
Anong basa mo, anong intindi mo dun sa trabahuin mo?
the result din, Mr. Chair, hulihin, yun lang talaga palagi ang...
Pero anong ending ng specific na trinabaho mo? Napatay o nahuli?
Nahuli. Nahuli yun,
Nahuli?
Mr. Chair.
Maalala mo pa pangalan, sino yung subject matter ng trabahuin mo na nahuli, ang ending ay nahuli din?
Mayor ng Gadara, Samar, Mr. Chair, with the person of Mayor Cabuños, at saka may apat niya na security na police na warranted.
Anong year yun? More or less?
2011, 2010, 11, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Yung pagtatanong ko sa iyo, pag credibility questions na po ito kasi hindi naman, drug war ba yan? Hindi.
Hindi.
Yes. So, just to test your credibility po. Seto ba ito? Yes.
Are we commencing questioning Col.espenido, Mr. Chair?
Sana ng time lang kung may opening statement si Mayor Mabilog at saka si Senator Laila Delima, and then after their opening statements, kung meron man, hindi ko kayo pipilitin, then we now open the questioning. But we will follow the order. May order tayo, tapos magti 10 minutes po tayo. Pero kung pwede mag-request, iklian natin mga 5 minutes per senator. Okay, so ladies first, Senator Laila Delima, just in case you want to deliver a statement. Yes.
Very short.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Very short, Your Honor. Mr. Chair and the honorable members of the subcommittee conducting today's inquiry. We can destroy and we need to destroy drugs, but we cannot destroy lives. Yan po ang sagot ko dun sa very passionate defense of the former president as to his policy of killing alleged drug offenders, alleged drug pushers, alleged drug users. We can destroy drugs, but we need not destroy lives. I just wish to emphasize that. I said that in my privileged speech in August 2016, after I filed a Senate inquiry, a resolution calling for Senate inquiry. This man, the former mayor of Davao City and the former president of the Republic of the Philippines, for so long have evaded justice. and accountability for the thousands of those killed in the name of the so-called war on drugs. Hindi pa ho natin siya napapanagot after all these years. And these killings had started nung time pa niya as mayor, yung phenomenon ng Davao Death Squad. Pinatuloy niya at nagiging klarado dun sa mga naririnig natin sa House of Representatives Quadcom hearings that yun din ang ginawang modelo ng war on drugs starting 2016. I was hoping that Colonel Garma and the others who already testified there at the Quadcom hearings, including also Kerwin Espinosa, would be here so that, our discussions, our presentations would be in sync with each other, or that we listen to them again, and then I will respond to them. Now, I responded to the crisis that we faced starting in 2016, as I said, by filing the resolution and by delivering a privilege speech. Ang problema, hindi ko po yun natuloy. Yung aking pag-imbestiga noong mga nangyayaring patayan early on doon sa nung naging Pangulo si Rodrigo Duterte. Malungkot po ako, or actually I have mixed feelings now. People have been asking me, how do you feel that you're again appearing before the Senate for the first time? I'm setting foot in the premises of the Senate. Ang sabi ko, mixed feelings dahil sana nga noon pa hindi na natin hinintay yung libo-libong mga pinatay. Pero nagagalak naman ako that I think we have the right environment now. Sana po, marami pa ang lumantad para magsabi pa kung ano talaga ang tunay na layunin ng Project Double Barrel. Yung kulang ko kasi noon, nung nag-imbestiga ako, when I presided over the Senate committee hearings, yes, we were able to present, actually, konti lang, 2 lang ata out of the 13 available CHR witnesses. But because I was eventually ousted as the chairperson of the committee, after I presented Mr. Edgar Matubato, hindi na po yun natuloy. Pero, ang talagang magiging kulang ng investigation na yon ay yung mga insider na makakapagpatunay sa atin na yung Project Double Barrel is the very program that was used in eliminating and in killing drug suspects. Because malinaw sa mga naging pronouncements ng dating mayor, ng dating Pangulo, na yan ang pinaka-polisiya na niya in addressing the drug problem. Nasabi na ho kanina, yung mga examples, at marami pa ho yun, I have a whole collection of his statements, which really categorically show very clearly, manifestly, that he was inducing, encouraging the killings. And it cannot just be purely rhetoric. Kasi sinunod yung mga binanggit niya. Sinunod yung kanyang mga sinasabi na kailangang patayin ng mga yan. Manlanlaban man o hindi, ang problema sa nanlaban, hindi ho kapanipaniwala. Siguro may ilan-ilan na may mga nanlaban talaga. Pero sa karamihan, sa mga lumabas na mga kwento ng mga kaanak ng mga biktima, ay karamihan sa kanila ay hindi nanlaban. Ano ba yung nangyari sa akin? Hindi lang sila nakontento na alisin ako bilang committee chairperson, but sinundan po ako ng katakot-takot na acts of persecution. Kasama na yung halos araw-araw na minumura, halos araw-araw na pinapahiya, halos araw-araw na I was deprived of my honor, and because they tried to destroy my reputation. At hindi pa ho sila na kontento doon, nag-file sila ng mga gawag-gawang mga kaso para subukan ako na mapatahimik. Hindi po sila nagtagumpay doon. Kahit nasa loob po ako sa kulungan, I continued to monitor what was happening. I had with me already the records ng Senate investigation, at least nung ako pa yung nag-preside. I even filed and submitted a comprehensive dissenting report dun sa naging majority report by the committee, the Gordon report. I filed a dissenting report. I also had the records of my investigation of the TTS phenomenon. Pero ang isa pong ang pwede nating makita doon is that hindi natin mga natapos yun kasi nandyan yung atmosphere of, or the atmosphere of fear, the culture of fear and impunity. Sa Davao, meron kaming ilan-ilan na kausap na sekreto, pero hindi naman sila pumayag na i-present sila publicly dun sa TTS inquiry ng CHR. Now, dun naman sa Senate inquiry, sabi ko nga, hindi naman talaga tinuloy. Kaya hindi kagulat-gulat na yung naging conclusion ng majority is that the killings were not state-sponsored. Kung binigyan sana ng pagkakataon na talagang ituloy yung investigasyon na yon, na mas magiging seryoso ang investigasyon, wala man lang iniisip na whitewash ng investigasyon because the then president was still at the height of his power, ay siguro pwede natin na-prove yun. Hindi nga po yun nangyari. Ngayon tayo umaasa na dahil dyan sa mga lumalabas na mga revelasyon, pwedeng-pwede at nandyan na yung mga ebidensya na mga state-sponsored yung mga killings na yan. So, one last point, Mr.
Go ahead.
Chair. Because,
1 minute, yes ma'am.
all right. Now, gusto ko sanang magpaalam sa committee that in my presentation, not today, because yung presentation ko dapat na ano rin, isusundan ko yung kina Father Flavi and then kay Attorney Jokno. Now I want also to present new angle. Gusto ko sanang i-tie pa talaga, i-link pa talaga sa DDS killings yung mga nangyaring patayan since 2016 or pagpatay under the name of war on drugs. I would wish to ask for permission that that's going to be the focus, especially so na lumilinaw ngayon, sinimulan na nung testimony ni Colonel Agarma na yun ang ginawang model. I would not have the time now to really explain all of that, but I can really come up with a comprehensive summary ng mga sinabi noon nila Edgar Matubato, yung mga sinabi subsequently ni Arturo Las Cañas, who at first denied that there was a DDS, denied responsibility for the killings, denied that it was then Mayor Rodrigo Duterte responsible for that, but in a subsequent appearance, wala na po ako noon, nakakulong na po ako, he recanted and gave us this very comprehensive story, lalo na dun sa kanyang ICC affidavit. I would want to
Sige
present
ma'am. Yes ma'am. Okay.
a
Can you
comprehensive,
wrap up? Okay na po ma'am?
for now.
Okay, sige po. Ganito po. We will give you the time, pero pwede ba mag-request din ng committee, can you give us a preview of what you will be presenting? Siguro if you can organize also your observations and your findings in a memorandum or position paper type document, then
I will
please
do
give
that.
us. Thank you.
I will do that, Your Honor,
Sige.
including the dissenting report and then including
Thank you, ma'am.
all the observations. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, just very short.
Yes,
Very short.
yes, yes.
Can we have the assurance of Senator Delima to be around once Kerwin Espinosa and Ronnie Dayan will be present in this hearing? Because I'm going to ask him questions pag andyan na yung dalawa, Mr. Chair.
May I know who is Rolly Dayan?
Ronnie Dayan was a known driver of Senator Delima, Mr.
Oh.
Chair.
Is he the partner of Senator Delima?
Mr. Chair,
That was revealed by Ronnie Dayan during the previous hearing many years ago, Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Focus,
Chair.
let's focus on our topic. Okay, gentlemen. Okay, sige, ganito. Already moved na yata yung kanina pa, no? Na Ronnie Dayan will be invited to the next hearing. Senator Laila Delima has manifested her intention to attend the next meeting. So, the next hearing. So, tugma-tugma lang.
Yes, Your Honor, because
you want to
that's
respond?
where I will make a
Yes,
comprehensive presentation and also comment on those revelations by Mr. Kerwin Espinosa during the Quadcom, and perhaps he is expected to reiterate that here. I was hoping you would be here,
Yes.
including Colonel.
You will be there as a resource person, ma'am. You'll be there as a resource person, not to defend yourself. Wala, hindi resource person po kayo. Okay,
Mr. Chair,
okay, sa Senate
Thank you,
President.
Mr. Chair. A few questions addressed to former Senator Delima. During your time as chairperson of the Commission on Human Rights, when did you start serving as the chairman of the Commission on Human Rights, if I may ask?
I was appointed in 2008
Up to 2010.
to 2010
All right.
when I was appointed as Secretary of
All right.
Justice.
Did you conduct investigations regarding EJ case?
Yes,
Madam
the CHR and bank
All right.
conducted public inquiry right there in Davao City.
May I know kung ano-ano po yung mga lugar na inimbestigahan nyo tungkol sa EJK?
Yung tungkol pa sa lugar, it was actually the entirety of Davao City because of the phenomenon of TDS. At inimbitahan nga po namin the former mayor who appeared and acted as resource person, and mga ilan-ilan na mga opisyal, maraming opisyal actually, the city councilors, barangay chairman, PNP officials. Only that, halos wala na nag-appear dun sa mga nakausap namin discreetly, confidentially, who shared their knowledge about the TDS. These are also self-confessed TDS members, just like Edgar Matubato. Kaya lang po, in the 2009 inquiry, wala pa po sila Edgar Matubato and Arturo Las Cañas. Na-mention yung mga pangalan nila, pero wala pa po sila doon. Hindi pa ho namin sila na-access at hindi ho na-present doon sa DDS inquiry.
So wala ho kayong results ng investigation. Were there any cases filed because of your investigation, Madam Senator?
Okay, when I was appointed in 2010, meron po ako yung aking mga personal investigation notes, pero wala pa ho yung naging resolution. Now, we turned over the records to the Commission on Human Rights, and then later, they came out with the resolution. Now, that was, I think, in 2012, June 20, 2012. Yung resolution nila, one of the recommendations is for the filing of an administrative and criminal cases against then former Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and some other officials. What I know is that this was referred to the office of the Ombudsman, but I think later on, Mr. Duterte was cleared of there was no finding or no cases filed.
So the former president
against-
was cleared? Am I
No,
correct?
it was not really cleared because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the main reason why no cases were filed with the Ombudsman against former Mayor Duterte and then President Duterte is that
If you-
nung ano na po, nung linabas na po yung ano nila from the ombudsman, is he was already the president.
Well,
So on
Julie,
the presidential immunity.
in the course of your investigation, when you were CHR chairman, and you thought, and then you think that the former president was involved in the killings in his hometown in Davao, why didn't you file cases against him?
The investigation was conducted. But the problem was that those who were in the know, yung konti ho, ng mga self-confessed DDS members at that time, they're not willing
No.
to testify.
When you were DOJ secretary, why didn't you file a case against the former president? You had all the means, you had all the power to do so. When you were secretary of the Department of
I
Justice.
actually referred the matter of when Edgar Matobato came to us for witness protection. I refer ko po ulit yung the DDS matter
So what
to
happened?
the wala po. Wala
Bakit
po.
wala? You were a very, very powerful member of the cabinet during the Aquino administration. You did not do anything?
It's
To
not that I
pursue
did
the
not
case?
do anything.
To pursue
It's
the
just
case?
that I asked the NBI to pursue further the investigation. Pero wala na po na i-submit sa akin na report. They were telling me that they had also so much difficulty accessing possible witnesses at the time.
All right. One more thing, Madam former Senator. Why is it only in Davao that you had this investigation? Bakit Davao lang? Why were you so focused and why are you so concentrated in investigating Davao?
We were focused on investigating the so-called DDS phenomenon because we have read some reports about it. Foremost of which was the report of the UN Special Rapporteur Philip Alston. And he did come out to that report citing certain findings of the UN Special Rapporteur Philip Alston. And meron din pong report, yung Human Rights Watch, they called it, "You can die anytime," also referring to the DDS phenomenon. So we felt that at that time, because of these reports, and our CHR regional office did confirm that there were killings, but they could not tell us, or they refused to tell us that it was actually the doings of the DDS on orders of then Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. But the insiders, the ones I mentioned kanina, I think there were 3 of them, which we interviewed secretly or discreetly, they did say that there was such a thing as a group as a Davao Death Squad, and then formed by the former mayor, and then getting orders also from the former mayor, something that were validated later on by Edgar Matobato and Arturo Las Cañas.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I would like to invite the attention of the former senator, which she was still a sitting member of the Senate. With regard to the committee report of the Committee on Justice then, for the years, if I may read, for the years 2001 to 2009, under the Arroyo administration, 91,762 killings were reported, or an average of 10.196 killings per year, 850 killings per month, or 28 killings per day. On the other hand, for the years 2010 to 2016, under the Aquino administration, there were 85,878 recorded killings, with an average of 14,313 killings per year, 1,193 killings per month, or 40 killings per day. You were the Justice Secretary during the Aquino administration. Why did you not investigate these killings?
All right. May I start by saying that on the matter of EJKs in general, especially with respect to the killings of activists, I did recommend, and it was adopted. There was this Administrative Order number 35, creating an interagency committee to look into the various drug killings, to the various activist killings, targeting members of progressive groups, leftist organizations, and that was somewhat rampant during the time of former President Arroyo. Now, bakit wala pa po yung drug killings? Kasi nga po, pinapapursu ko pa sa NBI. It was not the real focus then of Administrative Number 35, which is the Special Interagency Committee to address extrajudicial killings. Now, talking about the Gordon report, you mentioned the Justice Committee report, which was subsequently headed by former Senator Dick Gordon. Sinabi nga niya po yun, na bakit yung EJKs lang, bakit yung ibang mga EJKs ay hindi natin kailangan imbestigahan, o hindi natin inimbestigahan dun sa Senate Committee. Mukhang may problema po sa ganon. Kasi ang nakita ng committee, ng majority committee in coming up with that committee report is that, well, hindi actually nila nakita na may special complexion at the time, at the start of the drug war killings beginning 2016 under the Duterte administration. I'm not talking about the drug war killings kasi wala namang ganong war on drugs specifically in Davao City, although among those, or many of those victimized, were also alleged drug offenders aside from petty criminals and other kinds of criminals. So, nakita dapat yun, and that was the very point of my resolution that I filed calling for an inquiry, na medyo ibang fenomeno nito ngayon sa war on drugs, na ito sa ngalan ng war on drugs ay may mga pinapatay in numbers, substantial numbers, in the name of war on drugs. Kaya dapat, hindi yun naging issue talaga. Bakit hindi na lang natin imbestigahan yung buong mga pangyayari ng mga EJKs in various administrations? What they failed to appreciate, I'm talking about the committee report, is that the focus of my investigation ay yung mga dumadami na halos araw-araw na pinapatay since day one of the former president's assumption into office, and even before his official assumption into office, meron na talaga na mga pinapatay araw-araw, halos araw-araw, nakita natin yon.
Thank you, ma'am.
So that's supposed to be
Mr. Chair.
the focus.
Teka muna, Senate President Pro Tem. Reminder to everyone, especially the members of the committee. Ang subcommittee natin, ang instruction natin, Philippine War on Illegal Drugs. Okay. I know malaking overlap niya sa EJK because marami siguro nga napatay in the name of Philippine War on Illegal Drugs. But this is not strictly an EJK hearing or investigation. Okay? Basta klaruhin ko lang po sa inyo lahat, lalo na sa members ng subcommittee. May mother committee tayo, yun ang instruction sa atin. Investigate the Philippine War on Illegal Drugs. Okay, so if I may continue.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
can you extend that statement of yours to all members of the Senate? Because I'm not a member of the committee. Yeah.
There you will be.
So I was just,
you will be.
I was just making to ensure that all members
Yes.
are oriented properly, Mr. Chair. Thank
Mr.
you,
Chair.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to wrap up my questioning to
Yes.
Senator Delima. But I would like to put it on record that the resource person, the former senator, did not answer directly my question, Mr. Chair. And I might be mistaken of defending the former president. I am not defending the former president. In fact, if it is his turn to answer questions, I will ask questions also.